What's up, you guys? It's Anam Khan. In this video, I want to talk about my personal experience with day trading and technical analysis. I also want to go over an anecdotal story where I literally witnessed someone making $300,000 in just one day, and this was live. I also want to go over how I personally believe that day trading and fundamental analysis and technical analysis has changed forever in the last few years, and it's not what it used to be a few years ago. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's get started. So let's talk about what day trading actually is. Day trading is very different from investing in that when you invest in a company, you're looking at the long term. You're looking at their cash balance. You're looking at their income statements. You're looking at their technology. You really believe that this company is going to do well in the future. Whereas if you're day trading, you don't always care about that stuff. All you look for is your profit and loss for the day. So what many people do is they buy stocks of a company that has a lot of trading volume, that's very active, and they buy stocks and sell them within the same day in hopes of making profit. Now, there are some positives here. The positives here is that you're not risking your money in the market overnight, because many times what happens is you'll buy shares for a company, horrible news comes out at night or right before the market opens, and well, you're stuck bag holding and you gotta sell at a horrible price. You probably lost a lot of money. It's too late for you and you're selling at the same price as everyone else. Now, I wanna go over my personal experience with day trading. So this goes back to about 2019. This is before the pandemic. And perhaps it's happenstance that it happened before the pandemic. Now, I remember before that, I was like most people where I didn't really believe in day trading or stock trading in general. I thought it was very risky. I didn't think there were really that many people making money doing it. And I remember I watched an interview of a guy, and this guy was a 24-year-old millionaire. And the reason that this caught my attention is that he was 24 years old. He used to day trade. And I mean, not gonna lie, he was also Pakistani, similar to me. So it kind of really caught my eye. And as I started watching the interview more, I guess you can say real recognizes real, he just seemed very genuine. And I say this because he didn't seem like the kind of guy that was flashy, that really cared about what other people thought. He was just doing his own thing and just describing how he became a millionaire. And because of this, I figured, let me follow this guy on Instagram. And at the time, the guy only had 16,000 followers on Instagram. And this person is none other than Umar Ashraf. So I remember after following him on Instagram, at the time he was doing this crazy challenge where his account was at $100,000 and he said he was gonna grow it to $500,000. Now that is a 500 time return, and he was actually documenting his profits and losses all the time. Like, that's another thing that really made me think this guy is the real deal, because not only would he document all the times he would make money, he would also document the times he would lose money. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And it just seemed a lot more authentic. So I remember at the time I was following him and I was just shocked. There were some days he was making like $10,000, some days $2,000, some days $4,000. Then there'd be a day he lost like $500, $700. It was just crazy like that. And he always preached risk management, where he said that the amount of money you make should be more than your losses. Your losses should always be small. Your wins should always be big. And I remember he actually hit $500,000, and it took him maybe 2 months of me following him. And that's when I was convinced. I'm like, this guy is the real deal. It's just crazy. Now, keep in mind, this is still right before the pandemic, but this caused me to, enter the stock market. I made a Robinhood account. I just started trading. I started trading on Thinkorswim, similar to him at first, but it was too complicated. I started trading on Robinhood more. I started learning a lot more about the market, started watching a lot more YouTube videos. I think this really sparked my interest in the stock market. Now, what happened? Well, his birthday happened. He turned 25 and he bought a Lamborghini Aventador. And at this point, I'm just like, dude, what is going on? This 25-year-old kid just bought a Lamborghini. And at the time, I think I was around the same age. And I'm just like, I gotta find out what he's doing. Whether it takes me 2 years, 5 years, I gotta do what he's doing. Well then, at this point, I'm in the market for about 6 months, a year, and then the pandemic hit. Now this is huge. I need you guys to pay attention, and this is where the story gets very interesting. So Umar Ashraf just buys a Lamborghini. the market is starting to crash. And at this point, I know this is not normal because I've been in the market for about 6 months to a year. And the crashes that I'm talking about are the ones that happened at the beginning of the pandemic. And for those of you that were in the market at that time, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It was going down like crazy, especially SPY. So what happened was, I remember one of the days the stock market was crashing really bad, and Umar Ashraf at the time was trading puts. For those that don't know what puts are, they're options contracts. So similar to stocks, options contracts is when you bet on a company going up or down, but then it's actually exponentialized by doing contracts. There's a lot more risk involved because you can lose 100% of your income, but there's a lot more reward too if you do these things right. So puts are basically when you bet against a company, but it's an options contract. So I remember that one of the days when the market was crashing, Umar Ashraf bought puts on Tesla, and he made about $300,000 in just one day. Not only that, he documented the whole thing live, his Think or Swim live on Instagram. And at this point, I just lost it. I'm thinking, look, this guy just bought like a $450,000 Lamborghini last week. This week, he's already made up all the money back. Like, the car he just bought last week, he's already paid it off with the money he just earned. Now, obviously, I know he has to pay taxes and he has expenses, I'm sure. I'm just saying figuratively, like the guy made all the cash back. And I'm like, this guy just made more money in one day than many people make in 2, 3, 4 years. And I'm just like, this is insane. So this is really what got me into the stock market. This one story, it's like, oh my God. And then after that, I've been in the stock market since. I believe I've had more success with swing trading. And now I also have a long-term investment account and I swing trade here or there. Now I know the market's been down this year. This year's been tough. Even for Umar Ashraf, actually. The past few years, he's been making $2, $3, $4 million a year. This year, he just broke $1 million, which is crazy. You're not gonna win every single year. But now in the last part of this video, I want to talk about how I believe that day trading and technical analysis is not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be at all, and I think fundamentally it has changed forever. So during the Umar Ashraf time before the pandemic, I remember that indicators were hot. I remember the RSI indicator, the 50-day moving average, the 250-day moving average, all these different patterns. These things were huge. But in my opinion, I feel like that ever since Trump took office and the markets were literally dependent on hype all the time, hype and news. I believe those factors are a lot more important than any other technical analysis indicators. In my opinion, all of these technical analysis indicators are basically lagging, and I believe a lot of these things are run by bots. So for you to actually do anything day trading, I think you would have to be a lot more dependent on volume trading, a lot more dependent on resistance, and a lot more dependent on the news articles and being the first to find out what the heck is going on in the stock market. I think these factors today are a lot more important than any technical analysis. I'll take it a step further. I'll say that technical analysis is actually totally irrelevant today. I don't think it's that important at all. And when I say technical analysis, I mean the indicators. I think volume and resistance is actually still very helpful. There's a lot of psychological resistances that are applicable. But in terms of indicators, I just don't think they apply anymore. So guys, what do you guys think about my video? And please comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. Am I saying total craziness? See you guys in the next video. Peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also get your 10 free stocks in Webull using my link below. Guys, it's free money. Get the money and then just, end your account with Webull. I don't care. Just get your 10 free stocks. All right, guys. Bye, guys. Bye.